Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Monae and you are watching LifeAsMonae. I know that I started my channel in April, so I've officially had my channel for 4 months now, exactly to this date when I'm recording. Now, I don't know when it's going to go up. It'll probably be 5 months, but right now, at this moment, I've had my channel for 4 months, and I never did the BookTube Newbie Tag. Do I have a reason? No, but you guys know I never have reasons for really anything that I do. Now, I thought about it. I tweeted about it. I said, you know what? Is there like a time limit to do the BookTube Newbie Tag thing? Because I never did it, but I want to. And yeah, this is actually very awkward for me to film right now. I'm just going to jump into the questions. First question is, why did I start my channel? I have been told by literally all of my friends and family that I needed to start a YouTube channel. And everybody thought that it was going to be like a beauty channel because that's my thing. As a cosmetologist, I love all things hair, makeup, nails, beauty. And I just was never inspired to start a beauty channel. That just wasn't my thing. I, at the time, did not know that BookTube was even in existence because, as we all know, BookTube is a very small community of YouTube itself. And so I was trying to get a review for one of the books that I was reading at the time. And I just happened, I'm like, let me just type it in on YouTube and just see what I get. And then the whole BookTube world was opened up to me and I began to explore. And I finally found passion and ambition. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a booktuber. At the time, I had only been watching BookTube for an hour and 24 minutes, so I didn't really know what being a booktuber was. But I knew that I wanted to do it, and that's what matters. And I literally just decided that day that I was going to start me a BookTube channel. And this happened to be conveniently around the time that we first went on quarantine. And of course, I'm on quarantine. I'm in the house. I had bought some books. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a book haul of all the books that I bought to keep me busy during the quarantine. And I'm going to let that be my first video. And I bulk record a lot. So in preparation of my first video, I actually filmed, I want to say like 3 or 4 videos that day just so I can get more comfortable with the camera. And every video that I recorded, just one got better right after the other. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is like riding a bike. This is my thing. I've never done it before, but it feels like wearing a glove. It fits. And that's how I started my channel. Question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things that I think I can bring to YouTube? I am a Black girl who reads high dense adult fantasy. And thus I know that I'm not someone that you expect to see when you're trying to get book reviews for some of your favorite books. There are not a lot of women who review adult fantasy. You guys know who the target audience for that is. I don't have to say that. And then on top of that, there's not a lot of Black women that review solely adult sci-fi and fantasy. So I feel like that's how me and also Aaron from Booked and Busy really stand out. And more so for me in particular, I have a very opinionated mindset, and I feel like I'm very good at vocally talking to people and getting them to relate to me. So I think that when I do my book reviews, I am able to relate it to something that people can understand in their personal life, or to help them better grasp a book, or to help them just be inspired to pick up books. I see so many booktubers that are reviewing books and it's just like, man, maybe I'll read it. If I come across it, that's kind of cool. But I don't see a lot of booktubers that make me pull out my wallet. Like, I'm going to go buy this book right now because the energy that she is giving lets me know that this book is going to be a hit and like, this is it. And I want to bring that to the BookTube community because that's what I'm looking for when I'm getting my book reviews. I don't want anybody to just be like, nah, the book was all right, or just anything. I'm sold to things off energy. And I just want to put positive energy out there on my channel. And I just want all my subscribers to feel nothing but positive energy. Question number 3 is, what am I most excited about in regards to my channel? I want to say engagement. When I started my channel, I guess you could say I got big pretty fast because within 4 months I have over 2,000 subscribers. I never really had any expectations for my channel. I never had a goal of I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers by a certain point. I just wanted engagement. I wanted to talk about books with people. And so I don't necessarily care about the views on my videos. More so I love the comments and the interactions that I get, because that's why I'm in the book community, to be immersed, not to just talk about books, but actually connect with other book lovers. And I want people to do more than just watch my videos. I want you guys to chat with me and talk with me. And I've met so many amazing people in this community, and everybody's just like, oh my God, you're so down to earth, you're so cool, you're so nice to talk to. And I'm just like, this is why we're here. This is why we do what we do, so that we can talk to people. I don't just want to be a face on your screen. I am a person, a real life person with human feelings, and I like to talk. So if you're watching this and you want to chat with me, you can follow any of my social medias that will be listed in the description section. And yeah, I'm super friendly, super easy to talk to. Just holla at your girl. Do people even still say holla at your girl? I can't believe I just said that. Who am I? Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? I love reading for the endless possibilities. I love reading because it takes you away and you can actually be immersed in the world. And I think writing is such a beautiful talent to have. I look at a writer just like I would a musician or a singer, because to be able to create an entire different reality with words and to get people to feel and think and cry from pure words and the way that you arrange them on paper is a talent to me. And I respect that. And I'm going to read because I love reading as much as I love listening to music, as much as I love watching people dance and sing. I just really love the liberal arts. I'm a historian myself, so we're all about the humanities around here. I know that sounded really odd because I said I'm a historian and then I said we're all about the humanities, but don't be checking me. You know what I meant. 5 is going to be, what book or series got me into reading? And that is going to be the Molly Moon series. That is the first book series that I remember reading. It's about a girl named Molly Moon who is an orphan, and she's pretty much mistreated, and these books just follow her adventure as she learns the art of hypnosis. And she starts to go around the world hypnotizing people to get what she wants. In each book, her ability and her strength and her skill just seems to advance. And we even get to a point where she can actually freeze time with her mind. So on top of that being the first series that I actually really read, I think I read these books when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, but the world building in that world is just really what made me fall in love with reading, because I just knew I was going to meet Molly Moon one day. I knew that I was going to be Molly Moon one day. I just felt like her skill to hypnotize people was so realistic. Like, it wasn't just some magic that came from the Chronicles of Narnia. This is stuff that people actually talk about, that psychologists and therapists actually do. Hypnotizing is actually a thing. Now, maybe the freezing the time with your mind thing was a little bit much, but it just felt like the first realistic fantasy that I've read. And that book series just owes me nothing, because it was everything to me when I was in elementary school. I literally cannot stress how happy those books made me, especially when they started coming out one after another. Like, when I found out there was a sequel, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, my mom had to order that book. She had to. It wasn't an option. I need all of the Molly Moon books. 6 is, what questions would I ask some of my favorite booktubers? And I actually have asked some of my favorite booktubers questions, but they would be something along the lines of, how do you determine what books you want to read and what books you don't want to read? And also, how do you rate your books? I know that some people rate books by being critical, and I know that some people rate books just off enjoyment. And I just want to know little things like that. And yeah, those are just the type of questions that I would ask them. So question number 7 is, what challenges do I think is the hardest to overcome when you're starting your channel? So honestly, with this question, it's kind of tricky, but I think the hardest thing that, not just for me, but that I see other people in the book community have a hard time with, is having a personality on camera, learning how much of yourself to give to your online identity and how much of yourself to keep to your personal life, and to keep people engaged with you, not just your content, not just the books that you talk about or how you talk about books, but to keep people coming back to see you. That way you're not stuck in a bubble and you don't have to keep making the same videos or reading the same books, and you don't feel like you're a mouse on a treadmill because you're just constantly doing things that aren't making you happy just because you're trying to get more views and engagement on your channel. And I feel like if you make a video and you're not in the mood for it, people definitely know. If you're talking about something that you're not passionate about or you don't care about, people definitely know. And I just think that that's kind of hard sometimes, to get people to like you as a person on camera, because some people have social phobias where they can't even make friends in real life, and I get on this camera and it's one-sided, and at the time that you're recording, you don't know who you're talking to, and you're just trying to figure out, how much do I give of them to let them know that I am a real person and I have feelings and a personality, and to keep them engaged with me, to be like, you know what, I like this person and I'm gonna come back and watch her videos no matter what she's talking about. So question number 8 is, when did I start reading? I have been reading since I don't know when. I don't remember a time where I wasn't reading. I was an AP advanced student my entire academic career. So, but I want to say the first time that I started reading individually on my own, yeah, I think the first time I started reading on my own was going to be with the Molly Moon series. I also read the Shadow Children series, and I think I read that more so in middle school. So there are certain series that I attribute to my elementary time and certain series that I read in middle school, such as the Shadow Children series and Twilight and stuff like that. And then there are certain books that I read in high school, but those are going to be like historical and classical fiction books, like Jane Eyre, Shakespeare, Great Gatsby, Fahrenheit 451, Brave New World. I've always been reading. I can't tell you a time that I wasn't. My mom read to me when she was pregnant with me. I was always going to be a reader. It just is what it is. Question number 9 is, where do I read? I love my sofa. Probably more so than the average person. Like, I need a good couch. I cannot live my life with a couch that's just not connected to me. And I have a long sectional with like a lounge chase on the end, and I just love to snuggle up right there and read, or in my bed. But I'm always on my couch. Sometimes I take the best naps and I just go to sleep on my couch, and if a couch is not comfortable, then like the feng shui is just all off. Can't have that. And question number 10 is going to be, what type of books do I like to read? As I stated earlier, I read a lot of fantasy. That's my jam. That's my comfort zone. I also read quite a bit of science fiction. I do read contemporary, mostly Black contemporary books. I like dystopian books, which is technically still sci-fi. So I guess I should tell you what I don't read. I don't really read horror, and I don't read romance. That's not my thing. That's not my ministry. I don't love emotional, happy, sappy stuff. I want something retching and heartbreaking. I do read quite a few nonfiction books that I don't necessarily talk about on my channel, because I don't rate nonfiction. It's true or it's not true. I'm there to learn. But yeah, I still read a lot of historical and like classical fiction as well. So those are my things. So yeah, those are all the questions on the BookTube Newbie Tag. I thank you guys for stopping by my channel and clicking on my video. And I'm telling you to click on another one right here or right here. Watch any one of them and we can become friends. I know you don't want to go. You want to get to know more of me and what I'm about. And here's how you can do so.